Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, this is the playbook. Bring you an NFL matchup in the AFC between the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns. Now, the Jets come to this game. Let's start with that offense. You can't allow yourself to limit Mark Sanchez. Allow this young man to throw. Don't come into the game with that Tecmo Bowl playbook, with the 4 plays. Allow this young man to throw the football. You drafted him as a quarterback. Open up the playbook and watch how explosive that offense can be if you allow yourself to not limit Sanchez. That's what you drafted him for. Allow the young man to play football. Now, you also look at the matchup between Braylon Edwards and Eric Wright. Braylon Edwards would love to pay back his old team. He can't press during this game. He has to make sure he has his head into this game and has to consistently catch the football, especially against Eric Wright, a guy that's a physical corner. So Edwards has to win that matchup throughout this game. Also, offensively, you got to play up tempo. You have an outstanding offense. You can control the pace of the game. You can play fast. You can play grinded out, tough running football, but you have to control the tempo, play up tempo against the Browns. That's going to force the Browns defense to play fast, in which that plays into the advantage that you have. Now, defensively, what you look at, zone blitz to confuse a rookie. If you can utilize a lot of different zone blitz schemes, you're going to confuse Colt McCoy back there in the pocket. That's going to allow your defense to get that turnover and give your offense another possession. And less man coverage and more zone coverage this week. Colt McCoy doesn't have that rocket arm that you look for, but he can throw the football with some accuracy, but make him throw into a zone. That way you can effectively get after the quarterback, because if you utilize man coverage, he's an athletic quarterback that can get out the pocket and make plays on the run with his legs. So you want to get a lot more zone coverage, keep everything in front of you defensively, and that's going to help you out, get these guys off the field. Now you look at Cleveland come to this game, played outstanding offense against the Patriots. Now what they have to do is they have to make sure they isolate the linebackers of the Jets in coverage. You can make plays in the passing game against these linebackers, make these guys cover instead of rushing the passer. That way you eliminate that effectiveness and that aggressiveness. And you want to get more vertical this week. Don't be afraid to throw the football past 15 yards. You had some success throwing the football deep last week. Continue to stretch teams out vertically and watch how these guys back off that pressure and allow yourself to make more plays in the running game and in the passing game. And off-tackle running is going to be outstanding this week. You guys have to continue to run off tackle. I think that's where your strength is. You saw he was able to get a lot of combo blocks on the end, on the edges. Keep running off tackle, and you're going to find yourself eliminating this Jets pass rush and run defense. You also look at defensively, outside linebacker has to stay home. The Jets running backs have the ability to cut back against the grain, so it's up to that backside defender to stay home, not only to stop the run, the backside cutback, but to also stop Dustin Keller coming out in the flag, because the Jets love to run a lot of naked bootlegs with Sanchez throwing the football to Keller. The backside outside linebacker has to stay home. And don't be afraid to send a corner or a safety at Sanchez. It's not that Sanchez can't recognize the blitz, but it's the fact that when the blitz comes, he holds that football for a half a second, and that's going to allow you to get the sack that you need to get these guys off the field. And I look at the matchup of Fajita and Elam against Keller. They have to neutralize Sanchez's number one target, which is Dustin Keller. If those two guys can effectively take away Keller, you effectively make Mark Sanchez go to the edges more consistently and have to make these stick throws with more accuracy. I'm going with the Jets in this matchup. This is going to be a low-scoring game, a physical matchup, a lot of former players, a lot of familiarity with different schemes and offenses and defenses, but I think the Jets going to come in with enough offensive firepower and a defense to match, which New England didn't have, to stop the run against the Cleveland Browns. So I think the Jets going to come in with a solid game plan and take away the crowd of Cleveland, and also take away that running game that Cleveland leans on so heavily to win these football games. For more NFL coverage, visit footballgameplan.com/NFL or visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/footballgameplan.